I am buying ICP over Ethereum, and the reason is because I believe it's just much better, in my opinion. Now, of course, nothing I say is financial advice nor a guarantee. You got to think about how for $1 worth of smart contract data on Ethereum, you can get around 44 bytes, which some people may think, okay, that's kind of impressive. But when you take a look at the internet computer, you can get over 200 million bytes. So yeah, that's kind of crazy to think about. That's a night and day difference right there. It's insane. But also on top of that, you take a look at how the average cost per instruction on the internet computer is over 40 million times less expensive than Ethereum. I mean, come on, man, that's completely embarrassing. Ethereum, sky-high gas fees, arguably not even scalable. I mean, come on, you don't see any of this type of nonsense going on with the internet computer. Furthermore, if you take a look at the potential upside when it comes to ICP, it just feels like it's hypothetically a lot better because you got to think about how if ICP were to, let's say, go to the price of $500 during this bull run, considering its current circulating supply, at that point, market cap would be around $236 billion, which actually isn't crazy because we've seen, something like Ethereum reach over 550 billion. So this isn't insane. Also on top of that, that's around a 52x from here. So if, let's say, Ethereum were to do a 52x from here, at that point, market cap would be approximately $16.5 trillion, considering current circulating supply. Furthermore, the price would be around $137,000. I mean, you got to think about that. Is this realistic? Can Ethereum go to the price of like $10,000 during this bull run? Hypothetically, I think so. But over $130,000, that's just no way, man. I mean, that's completely insane. Ethereum, the days of it doing like over a 50x, I think it's just past. Years ago, great, right? But as of right now, I want to look for the next big thing. And I believe hypothetically, that's ICP. Because again, at a market cap of around $16.5 trillion, that's just so ridiculous. The GDP of Canada back in 2022 was around $2 trillion. So yeah, if I could only put all my eggs into one basket, let's say, during this bull run, hands down, I'm choosing ICP because I'm in the world of cryptocurrencies to get, hypothetical gains. I'm not looking to get into random dinosaurs that I'm not really a fan of. That's just not what I want to do, man. I mean, if someone has like 10 million bucks and they say, yeah, we're going all in on Ethereum. Okay, I can understand that in a sense, but so let's say, hypothetically, I don't have that much. Why would I allocate like any towards Ethereum? It just makes no sense. Even if, let's say, I had like 10 million bucks, I'm not going to allocate any to Ethereum. I'm much rather prefer something like ICP. But again, that's just the way I view it, my perspective, not financial advice. But why wouldn't I do that? Because you take a look at the internet computer, fundamentally, there's a lot more than what I just said previously. You take a look at how, statistically speaking, it's currently the world's most productive blockchain, which is kind of insane when you think about it, when you consider just how many amazing blockchains are out there. But even besides that, the internet computer is looking to decentralize the internet. They're looking to create a decentralized version of the internet that is spread throughout thousands of computers around the world. And I love that because oftentimes they often argue that, hey, the internet as of right now is arguably, somewhat centralized. And sometimes people don't like that. So what is a solution? Quite essentially decentralization. So that's how amazing the internet computer is. They have such a grand vision. But also on top of that, they're focused on AI. And more specifically, they're focused on decentralized AI, which actually has, great benefits. For instance, decentralization, usually better security, and also usually better scalability. So that's fantastic. And if you take a look at the AI market, yes, I get it. A lot of the hype did die down. That can't be denied. But I think better days are ahead because, for instance, according to Grandview Research, the AI market is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. So, that's insane right there. Again, that's bigger than some countries' GDP. So when it comes to AI, it still has a ways to go. Just imagine, right, how 2030 isn't really that far away. We're nearing 2025 as of right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. But again, that is true. So again, just around 5 years away at this point, the AI market could be that massive. Man, the internet computer, they have such a great focus. Now, granted, they're not the only one, focused on AI. I'll give it that. But come on, they're focused on decentralized AI. That's the cherry on top if you ask me. It's just amazing overall when it comes to the internet computer, in my opinion. And also the crazy thing is this, this bull run could be so magical. And again, I don't want to waste it on something like Ethereum. Now, this is just a hypothetical scenario, but why would it not be, amazing? Back in 2021, I think that year we can all agree that the bull run was amazing. However, at that time, during the peak of that bull run, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. Now, it may have seemed impressive at that time, but as of right now, we practically have doubled that amount. According to Crypto.com research, there's currently over 600 million crypto owners. That's insane. So for the people out there that like to say that, wow, over 600 million, that's kind of caca, man. Look at how many billions of people are in the world. This is kind of small in the grand scheme of things. But given some perspective, this figure is actually very impressive. So any way I view it, I think that this bull run could be something so amazing, and I really can't wait, because even if you take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, the number of institutional investors, it's amazing. Now, granted, I don't own any Bitcoin, and also I don't own any Ethereum, because why would I do that? But even besides that, again, altcoin, much like ICP, they're going to greatly depend on Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin is hypothetically going to go to the price of at least $150,000 during this bull run. Because again, the Bitcoin ETF, the number of institutional investors, the amount of enterprise adoption, I mean, it's very amazing. So when people like to say that, oh yeah, this bull run is going to be caca, Bitcoin, it can't break a new all-time high. No, I disagree. I think even though Bitcoin did reach a new all-time high this year, had a big pullback, now it's having a pretty good comeback, but I think better days are ahead, because I think it's ready to smash through its previous all-time high, reach better all-time highs, and again, under 50,000, that wouldn't be crazy to me whatsoever. Now, granted, it's not going to happen like today or something like that. That's not how it works, because typically, altcoins, they do take some time to peak. Anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event, actually, if you take a look back in history. Now, granted, does history always repeat itself? No, but it tends to rhyme. So 6 months, of course, based off of April, is around October this year. Now, that's the best case scenario. I don't think it's going to happen this October, but you never know. But as a worst case scenario, it does typically happen, again, around 18 months, which would mean around October of next year. Now, I'm taking a look at 2025. Again, I think it's more realistic that year, but again, may happen sooner. Only time will tell. But even despite that, what strategy am I doing? I'm dollar cost averaging. So anytime on income, I'm accumulating ICP, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. I'm not trying to day trade. I'm not trying to use leverage. I'm not trying to swing trade. I'm not trying to resort to this type of stuff, if that makes sense. I like to keep things very simple. And again, why would I not keep things simple? When it comes to ICP, clearly it's one of the best out there in my opinion. Also on top of that, its room for growth is still hypothetically amazing. Usually when Bitcoin does pump, typically altcoins, they pump up by a lot more. However, usually when Bitcoin does dump, consequently altcoins, they do drop a lot harder, at least in terms of percentage. But I'm willing to take that chance because, again, I'm in the world of cryptocurrencies to get, potential gains. I'm not looking to get in Bitcoin. If I got in Bitcoin like 10 years ago, that's fine. But as of right now, that's just not my objective. That's not my style. I don't want to do that. And I just want to focus on ICP because, again, the internet computer, the world's most productive blockchain, you combine that with a bull run potentially being this amazing, man, really the sky's the limit. But this really does bring me to my point that I'm focusing on things that are within my control, like dollar cost averaging, again, not giving up my dedication, my belief. Because if I start, getting agitated and saying, oh yeah, I want things to pump right now, then I might do things in a high emotional state, and that's never a good idea. So that's why, again, I like to keep things simple, dollar cost averaging. I still believe in ICP. I just think clearly, hands down, fundamentally, it's much better than Ethereum. I just don't get why people like Ethereum nowadays. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. I think that ICP is just a no-brainer pick for me. ICP at the price of $500 during this bull run, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.